Yeah, I'm very happy with the reappointment. It's something I've been talking to the club with for the last 4 or 5 weeks. Really wanted to establish some stability at Frankston and be able to make really good decisions going forward over this year about the future direction of the club and not have contract negotiations lingering any time into the future. So I was really pleased to recommit to Frankston. It's been really good for my development to come here. The people have been very opening and welcoming to me. So from that side of it, I've really enjoyed being here. The playing group has been incredibly resilient this year. I was really pleased to see the way that they finished off. Although scoreboard didn't show that, certainly from an effort and attitude point of view, I couldn't question them all year and right to the final siren. They certainly put in everything, and so going forward I was really excited by working with this young group who, while very young, are very committed to the cause and just want to go forward. Yeah, the start of the season, probably when I signed on here at Frankston, it's not the same list that ended up taking the field round one. Which has got its benefits and its drawbacks. Obviously, we would have liked to be a lot more competitive in a lot more games for longer into the games. We blew out a few, so there were a few dark moments during the season. But at the same time, we were able to get some really keen young footballers in and really fast-track the development. So while it was disappointing not to lose some high-end players from 2014, it was certainly maybe a bit of a godsend going forward that we're able to get 400 games into a young list. Look, I thought we started the season, really well, and considering the average age of our list, I think we averaged 14 players this year that were first and second year players, which shows there's opportunities here at Frankston if you're prepared to work hard enough. And we started the season really well, and probably a little bit unlucky not to win out at Coburg, and we backed that up with a really good performance against the Northern Blues out here on a Sunday afternoon, against a side that was in form and contained the names of people like Cruiser and Warnock playing in the ruck. Through the middle of the year, we probably had a few injuries, and we thought we'd always be right for depth if we probably lost some of our younger guys, because we had quite an even list through the middle there. Unfortunately, we lost some of our senior players, and to lose Post for a few weeks and Wood and Hockey at the same time, and also losing Big Wilson down back, really exposed our young kids to having to play key roles, and you can probably see from the results on the scoreboard that we took some batterings over the season. The positive side of that, though, is that while the scoreboard wasn't flattering in the second half of the year, our key performance indicators continue to improve. We started getting a lot closer to the brand of footy that we want to play going forward. And it certainly was a learning year. Going forward, I think that the young guys are really going to benefit from being able to play footy the way that we instruct them, the way we want them to play going forward. Yeah, with any list, there's always got to be some turnover at the end of the year. We will and have been looking over the last few weeks and what we need, weighing up against what might be available. Certainly, we're looking at probably turning over 20 players this year. That's something is a necessity. As far as re-signings and people committing, I think it's all bar 8 people are prepared at this stage to go on. There's probably 8 players weighing up their future, and they're entitled to do that for varying reasons. Some that may have played a bit of development footy over the years are looking to move on after 4 or 5 years, and others just want to sit down and see and have a bit longer chat with the club about where we're going. It's all been very positive. We probably identified a group of 30 that at this stage looks like they've committed to playing on next year. We could honestly sign about 50 players at the moment that have committed, but we need to sit down as a recruiting committee and have a look at who's available. We've got some interested people obviously we're very conscious of the fact that it's finals for local footy, and we don't want to be interrupting anyone's finals campaign, and we need to be respectful how we go about that. So we're probably not in a position to announce any names at the moment, but we're certainly exploring players from local footy, players that currently on VFL lists, and perhaps even having a look at if there's any AFL players coming off lists that may be interested in trying to reignite their careers, and we're certainly interested in sitting down and talking with them.